So if he says something, he never exaggerated, right? So when I read these, there might be some exaggeration. That's all. 2000 October, and he starts by saying there were about 9 bootleggers in Millbrook at one time. They weren't bootleggers, really. They were just people. Well, there was no welfare like we have now, so they had to live, and the only way they could live was peddling a bit of booze. Was this in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s? Oh, it was about 1933, 34. Tough time. There was no work. I shouldn't say some of these names, so I'm going to do initials sometimes. Guess who I'm talking about. BG was raising a family. He was out cutting a cord of wood a day, hardwood, and coming home, and his wife, E, had no money. She bootlegged. It was the same. Uncle Wes was the same. He was running a hotel. It's a little different there, but Wilf White had a restaurant downtown, and it was their source. It was $3 for $1. Pint of beer, $3 for $1. Now I don't know what they are. Tom came down from the North Country. It was $5 for a pint up in the Arctic. Back then it was $3 for $1. That's bootlegger's price, we used to call it. Because I was working with Dad then, and I went and took Percy Bingham's place down the bake shop peddling bread. $1 a week in commission. Baltimore and to Coburg, back to Port Hope. Did every concession all the way up, pretty near every other house. Anyway, he used to work for a bread company, peddling bread, and he brought the liquor into Millbrook, in the bread truck, hidden under the bread. He said he did. And we always brought a good jag of booze every Friday night, and we put it in the creek, out there at the quarter line. There's not much creek left there now, but Danny the bitch used to live in the Queens. He'd go out and pick it up and bring it in. So there's this character named Danny the bitch.
You've been listening to an excerpt from An Evening with Robert Winslow, hosted by the Millbrook and Cavan Historical Society, February 23rd, 2023. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook.